Hi there, LinkedIn family. Jonathan here from Some Talented People, and post 3 about the authority gap. As I've said before, if you're a man, buy this. If you're a woman, buy this. If you're a boss, buy this. If you're a parent, buy this. Because there's information for all stages of life where we need to challenge, as I spoke about yesterday, our stereotypes and biases. Now, I'm going to read a little bit from a chapter that's called "You Don't Have to Read This Chapter If You're Enlightened or Know About the Problem." So I'll take the assumption that most people don't know about the problem. When the Boston writer Catherine Nichols finished the final draft of her first novel, she asked several accomplished writer friends to have a look at it. They reassured her that it was ready to go and that she should start approaching agents. So she sent the same covering letter and the first few pages of the novel to 50 agents and sat excited to see what the response would be. She waited and waited and waited. Eventually, the replies started trickling in, all rejections. Out of the 50 agents, only 2 asked to see the full manuscript, but with no guarantee they would be interested in representing her. My writer friend still promised it was a good book, that I should have faith in my work. That good news would be around the corner. It wasn't. So Nichols conceived what she called her nutty plan. She created an email account in a man's name, similar to her own, and decided to send exactly the same letter and same chapter to some more agents. She sent off the first submission, and before she had even drafted the second, she received a reply saying, "Delighted, excited, please send the manuscript." To the 6 queries she sent on that first day, she received 5 instant replies. 3 of them asked for the manuscript, and 2 were warm rejections, praising for his excellent project. It was shocking to see how fast it became obvious there was a big difference, she told me. So she decided to approach 50 agents under the male name, just to see exactly how big the difference was. She got 17 positive replies compared to 2, which, she joked, I was 8.5 times better writing under a male name. One agent who rejected her as Catherine not only read George's book, but wanted to send it to a more senior colleague. Even when the rejections came in, they were more complimentary and helpful. As a woman, she'd won praise for her beautiful writing. But that was it. As a man, she was told her work was clever, well constructed, and exciting, and was given useful advice on how to improve it. That's where I went from feeling flattered to feeling angry, she told me. As a man, I felt the critical responses were getting into the structure of the book, or the thought process of the characters, or the mechanics of the plot. That level of attention was truly helpful when it came to redoing parts of the book. As a man, she was being coached, but not as a woman. And many more of these agents were women than men. So what must it feel like to be a man? I asked her. She burst out laughing. It must feel amazing to be a man. So that is just a reflection of something which every woman watching this will immediately recognize, but not necessarily be able to quantify like that. 8.5 times better supplying or submitting a book to editors and agents than as a woman. 14 times more pay and promotions for a man than for a woman, providing exactly the same levels of performance. So I guess that what it basically means to, so we're on LinkedIn in my case, and we're business people, or we're looking for jobs, or we are small business owners. And I guess what this must mean for you is, well, through no fault of your own, really, unless you're a misogynistic asshole, you have a set of biases that operate. And those biases are so catastrophically wrong that the losses you must be incurring as a result of them are tremendous. Because look, supposing you raise the pay of your top employees on the basis of their performance 3 times for men and for women, you save 9 times what you'd be paying just to continue your bias that men are more superior. And think of the art and the books and the music that's being lost simply because when a woman is doing it, we don't like it. It unsettles our deeply held beliefs about what authority and what expression and what influence we are prepared to accept from women in our societies. And the examples I've given so far are from developed economies, used to be known as the West. You must also know that in many countries, female genital mutilation is common. I live in the UK and there are 60 to 80,000 cases of it for girls in this country. So the bias that we experience in developed economies is unconscious, whereas in many, many, many countries in the world, it is conscious and deliberate and stifles women, and women that speak up are ostracized or killed because men, and I'll say we, but men, it's a privileged position we've had for all time. And the fear of losing that, it discombobulates us, I guess. But those of us who can empathize, I don't need to be a woman to know that this is outrageous. So those of us that can empathize, like and share this post, because I really want women to read this book because it will give them a great deal of peace. Okay, so I shall delve into this some more and find more juicy nuggets for you. Come back tomorrow. Have a great day, and I'll see you again soon.